In this episode, we discuss about organizational design and its structure, definition of organizational design, elements, types of organizational design, and prospectus. So, first of all, let us try to understand the term of organizational design and structure. The structure of any building depends on its base or foundation, as we all know that. A strong foundation and a basic structure are critical in making a building strong. So, although it is possible to redesign and restructure a building, if the base is weak, the whole structure of a building will be unstable. So, we can clearly see how important a foundation is. Moreover, foundation and design are interrelated to each other. So, similarly, from an organizational point of view, the foundation is the organizational structure which demonstrates different roles. So, hierarchy levels and terms and conditions in an organization. So, organizational design encompasses restructuring and destructing role, hierarchy levels, terms, and conditions as per business or organizational needs. So, as started above, the organizational structure is the system which describes the organizational hierarchy in terms of different functions, roles, responsibilities, supervisions, etc. So it demonstrates different concerns, including different roles of the employees in an organization, job description, job functions, decision making authorities, reporting structure, allocation of task in the department, individuals, project, team, branch, etc. in organizations. So the total organizational structure is also defines the flow of information between different level of organizations. So clarity of job of each employees and its fitment in the overall system, which motivates the employees to work efficiently by keeping their morale high. So hence increasing the overall productivity of an organization's organizational structure is of two types. So centralized structure, in this type of organizational structure, all decisions as well as processes are defined and handled by the top management of the organizations. Employees and managers are responsible for the successful implementation of decisions and have to follow them. The employees low in the chain of command play a minimal role in the process of design making. So few real life examples of such organizations are army, companies like Flipkart, Apple, McDonald's, etc. So where the power of decision making is held at the top level, and there is a wide chain or hierarchy of managers and subordinates. Thus the centralized structure has a top down approach for the decision flow. So top management, then CEO of the executives, and functional managers and teams. That's the pyramid of the organizational structure. So centralized structure, pyramid shape, as I mentioned, right? So clear communication and chain of command, dictatorship in terms of leadership, cost reduction, that is administrative cost, work delay due to dependency on management, fast implementation of decision, employees feel disconnected in result, reduce work efficiency, improved work quality and reduction in task replications, lack of authority in managers. Now the second point is decentralized organizational structure. In such type of organizations, day-to-day tasks and the decision-making processes are delegated to the supervisors at the middle and the lower level by the top management for fast and effective decisions and to improve efficiency by letting the middle and lower level executives jump in the process of decision making. The top management can focus on their major decisions. This also increases the responsibility and accountability of the employees. So, the marketing, production, mechanical, purchase, and accounts. So, decentralized organization structure, better customer service, better staff motivation, quick decisions, effective communications, improved supervision and control, difficult coordination, expensive processes, unnecessary cost increase due to benefits by central factors. For example, Mark, the manager of HR manager or at ABC company, so has to finalize a deal with a vendor at a job portal for hiring, and for this he negotiate best prices with discounts to close the deal. If his organization is centralized one, then he will first seek senior management permissions to finalize the deal and wait for their approval. If there is a delay rendered by the management part, he might lose the deal. However, if his company is decentralized, then he has authority to close the deal all by himself with the vendor without seeking any approval from the management, which in turn results in finalizing cost effective and quick decision making. Now, organizational design. In simpler terms, organizational design refers to designing, and restructuring organizational structure. The very process of organizational design is aimed at finding any type of defective or dysfunctional elements related to an organizational system. So, organization structure, process, and work culture, identification of these elements leads to their rectification so that they can better fulfill an organizational objectives. In clarities, different aspects like authority, the responsibility of task and its limitation, reporting structure, a flow of informations, etc. So, with the help of organizational design, one can identify and eliminate any kind of duplicity in work. So, inefficiency work, poor customer dealing, blame games, obstacles, and in the decision making process, shortfalls in systems and processes which result in the decline of efficiency of the employee. So, lack of trust among superior and subordinates, etc., in the organizations. So, organizational design and organizational structure are irrelated or interrelated to each others, yet have a slight difference. The organizational structure represents organizations in an immovable or static form that can be presented through a diagram, popularly known as organogram. So, organogram, these diagram or organizational chart provide an easy interpretations of different functions of organization and their relationship. Also, they show a hierarchy of the staff, that is managers, leaders, and other team members and supervisions level in the organization. So, general manager, then finance and human resources, then research development officers or managers, operations, and product marketing. So, a organogram, as I said that. So, in contrast, the organizational design represents the dynamic view of an organization. It is more of processes and methods which help in organizational structuring and restructuring smooth and effective functioning. It is also based on change management, and whereby the organizational demand change their structure and functioning to meet needs for technological advantages, market factors, and meeting regulations, customers and needs and expectation, etc. So, with the help of the organizational design, weaker system of an organizational can be identified and corrective step can be taken to strengthen them. So, elements of the organizational design. as well design organizational structures not only define functions, hierarchy, roles, and responsibilities, but also the alignment of organizational goals of staff and team. So, poor organizational design or structure may result in serious downfall in organizations, that is, ambiguity of roles, lack of trust in team and superiors, so rigid work environment, slow and ineffective design making, etc. in organizations. So the above mentioned factors are further responsible for low productivity and turnover in the organizations. So it is important to look for organizational design and structure as per a company's requirement also, and there are certain segment of organizational design which are known as a key elements. Largely there are 6 elements of organizational design and structure. Now I discussing about this. So chain of command, that or line of command. So what is chain of command or line of command? In this, the authority, the power are delegated from top to bottom. That is, in an organizational, top management gives instructions to the bottom team and all of the employees at each levels. Further, the accountability of an employee's job flows upward to the management. So it gives clarity of the reporting structure in an organization. Let us have a look for the chain of command with diagram. So first of all, wider chain of command, that is chief executive officer, that is CEO, then vice president, VP, then general manager, GM, then senior manager, then manager, then officer and executives. Or the narrow chain of commands, the small organization, that is chief executive officer, CEO, then manager, then officer and executives. That's 3 steps only. 3 steps only. So increase in the productivity due to close monitoring of employees and performance by supervisors. Not feasible for big organizations due to tight management control on everything. Increase in quality and profits. Delay in reduction making due to much dependency on management. Clear communication due to the direct supervisions. Less sense of belonging by employees and less initiatives. Conflict resolutions, clear instructions, office policies due to power centralizations. Now, span of control. What is that? So, span of control demonstrates how wide is the area of the direct controlling of supervisors over their subordinates, which is directly related to how many subordinates in numbers report to a senior or supervisor. So, which in turn depends on the number of tasks performed at different levels in the organizations. In case of more tasks, the span of control will be wider according to their work. So, it also depends on other aspects like geographical locations, the ability of the team and superior, and the complexity of the task, etc. So, general manager, GM, the wide span of control. Now we discuss about this. First of all, GM, then under the supervision, manager of sales, then sales officer. They are working in that below. So now we discuss about the centralizations. What is that? So centralizations refers to the centralizing an organizational system where planning and decision making authority is allotted either to a single person or the top management. A decentralized organization is one of where planning and decisions making are handed over to middle or lower levels. So sales department, centralized organizations structure, sales department, then purchase department, managing department, and account department, and IT departments also. So what is decentralized organization? Sales, HR, accounts, purchase and IT. So specializations, large organizations divided some of the functions based on the specialized areas, and so subtasks and defined in different tasks. So these subtasks are distributed among individuals' job roles in organizations. Now, high level specialization, sales and marketing, domestic, internal experts, north, east, south, middle, and officers, sales officer, they are the subordinates. Now, we discuss about formalizations. What is formalizations? Formalizations refers to the processes of specifying, of monitoring rules, procedures, and duties to the employees as an individual as well as to the teams, department, units, and the whole organizations by managers in written form too in organizations. So formalizations indicates the goal and the visions of the an organizational task. So hierarchy and relationships, authority and the responsibilities, different processes and work methods in the organizations. So a formal organization emphasizes on job roles, responsibilities, and assigning work to the individuals as a part of requirement of rules. They are controlled by rules and procedures. So an informal organization emphasizes on individuals and the job responsibilities are designed based on individual employees skills and performance irrespective of the different in which he or she is working. So an individual can be assigned the role of different department as based on self-interest, skills, etc. Now formal organizations. Formal organizations diagram is managing director, MD, then domestic sales and marketing, international sales and marketing, customer sales and marketing, after sales services. And domestic sales and marketing subordinates, head sales of marketing, internal sales of marketing subordinates, head sales of marketing, etc. Now informal organizations. What is that? So informal organizations, managing director, domestic sales, international sales, and head sales. Now we discuss about the departmentalizations. What is departmentalizations? At the same name state, departmentalizations is the process of dividing organizational functions into different departments as per specializations of jobs or responsibilities so that the common tasks can be handled by specified team. In rigid departmentalizations, there is almost no interactions between different teams, and each team's work as per their areas of specializations. In contrast, in loose departmentalizations, the terms are free to interact with each other and can work together for common tasks. Now, rigid departments. So, we discuss about the type of organizational design and structure. So, there are two major categories in organizational structure, formal and informal. The formal organizational structure includes a well-defined structure of jobs that clear authority, function and responsibility in organizations. Plan, processes and policies are already defined in these types of organizations, and teams rather than the employees' job in the formal organizations are divided into subtasks, and employees are assigned these tasks as per their skills. So it demands the intervention of different department which is based on a grouping of subtasks of common jobs. For example, organizations have different department based on their functioning, that is production, marketing, purchase, etc., and delegating of work is from top to the bottom level, which means that supervisors assign work to the subordinates. Supervisors are responsible for the coordination of activities of their subordinates as well as their performance. So thanks for watching my videos. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel.